Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and up here today I thought we'd do another sort of talking video where we just sort of, talk about what's been going on with me, what I've been playing, some good things coming out and stuff like that. Um, and all that good stuff. Sorry if I seem a bit snuffly. I am coming down with a cold, unfortunately, as always. Last couple of days I've been away with my family, so that's why there haven't been any uploads while I've been down there. I apologise for that. I still haven't forgot about the Yakuza Zero review coming out soon. Hopefully should be getting that done within a good amount of time. The Horizon Zero Dawn thing, I shouldn't have actually put it as a playthrough because I've been playing that. So I apologise for those who watched that thinking it was actually going to be a complete playthrough. With a game like that, it's hard for me to actually do a complete playthrough because it's such a long game and there's so many parts in it, and you know, sometimes I just want to play a game and just play it on my own and sort of take it in kind of thing. But there will be days where I do actually decide to do some gameplay like streams and things like that. So just keep an eye out on you know, Twitch, YouTube, sometimes Mixer, but I don't really use Mixer that much. So keep an eye out on that. I will try to make sure I am doing some sort of gameplay one way or another. You know, if there's any particular games you want me to play, either for review or to see me actually play it, let me know in those comments because I do want to know what's worth playing these days. Sorry, there hasn't really been any pickups as of late. Just got other things that I need to get. Running low on space. Got to do a complete sort out. So hopefully, once things get sorted out, you know, move all the games about, get them all sorted out properly, get some shelves and things put up properly, we can go back to getting some more pickups. I might pick a few games up, I'm not sure. I'm kind of on the fence if I want to go into town tomorrow, so I might pick a few of them up. But yeah, I don't know if I showed one of my pickups. I might have done the PSP X Blaze game. Yeah. I'm gonna get tomorrow. I'm hopefully gonna be able to order the pound cable for the PlayStation 2. Now that's something that I've wanted for a while. I've wanted to be able to play because I've got all these cool retro consoles like Dreamcast, Sega Mega Drive, SNES, PS2 and stuff like that. And you know me, I love my PlayStation 2, got a bunch of PS1 games. That PS1 that I brought all them months ago, and I've put the video, I finally got this, didn't work. Yeah, the PlayStation didn't work. Kind of a bit of a joke, really, but hey ho, it is what it is. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But I just decided, you know what, my PlayStation 2 works fine, so I can play PlayStation 1 games on there, no problem. It's just when I tried to last time, for some reason it weren't coming through with the composite cables, the component cables that I've been using for my PlayStation 2. So I've decided I'm just going to pay out and get a pound cable. They're on Amazon for like $37.99, which isn't too bad. And essentially what the pound cable is, it's a an HDMI converter for your PlayStation 2 without it actually being a converter. You just plug it into the USB slot and yeah, you can basically play the games on a HD TV. It does some upscaling, I think. It doesn't mean all the games are now HD remakes or anything like that. It just means that you can play it on HD TV. So when I get that, I might do a little bit of a review on it, let you know what I think of it, maybe show off some footage of it, and stuff like that. And hopefully I'll be able to have my PlayStation 2 up here, PS4, PS2 and 1, there you go. Because I've really been wanting to play some retro PS1 stuff and some PlayStation 2 stuff. You know me, I have a shit ton of PS2 games. I've got over 1,000 PlayStation 2 games. So, you know, having all of those games to play and not being able to really play them is something that should be on the agenda for me. You know, I've got a ton of consoles that I haven't been on in a while. You know, my Modfather, my Wii Cube, you know, systems that I paid good money for, and I still haven't really used them that much. So that's sort of what I'm trying to get sorted out now, is try to get everything so it's all ready to set up and play. And things like that. So I think over these next couple of months, I'm going to try to get these consoles ready to play, make sure I've got all of the cables for them, and then hopefully get a good setup and stuff. And I'll keep you posted with that. Probably post to like Instagram, Twitter and stuff like that when I get those little bits and bobs. Throughout the journey, of course. It's something I do need to do. So getting this pound cable is probably the first step into sort of doing that now. Again, I've been playing some more PlayStation 4. Been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Actually really enjoying the game. It's actually really good. You know, it's got that sort of Witcher 3 vibe to it, in the sense that it doesn't seem... Even the side quests don't seem like monotonous side quests. They actually seem to have a story to it. It is a really, really good game. What? But yeah, I'm really enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn. It's definitely a game that I can see myself putting a good amount of time into. Gears of War 5 is out now. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's called Gears 5. I'm just going to say Gears of War 5. All the others were called of War. So why change this one to Gears 5? I don't bloody know. Played a bit of it last night. And yeah, I've got to say it's actually pretty good. There's not really, in my opinion, been a bad Gears of War game. I just felt with 4, I just didn't delve into 4 as much as I did 3. I think 1, 2 and 3 I played a lot more than 4 actually. Yeah, Judgment, but I didn't really play much of Judgment either. But that's the thing, Gears of War 5, my first impressions are pretty good. I've done the first chapter of the campaign. I do like the fact that you can now do 3 player in the campaign, so 2 people will play as like the human characters and then 1 plays as the bot, like Jack. That's really cool actually. I think that's pretty cool. I think I've just got to the semi-open world part, so probably go back on that tomorrow, possibly play some more of that. I've got to say, yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. It's a pretty decent game. You know, Gears of War has never really been a bad series. 4 just, for me, just didn't really play it that much. I'm not saying 4 was a bad game by any means. Of course, play all of them. But I don't know. This is one Xbox exclusive that I'm actually was quite hyped for, because you know how, you know, I used to be all about Xbox, and then I sort of made the jump and went, you know what, on PS4. I still play Xbox, of course. But it just makes me laugh because, you know, Microsoft put a lot of effort into Gears of War 5, and, you know, rightfully so. But at the same time, it's like, that's the only game on Xbox that this year, in my opinion, that has come out on Xbox One that's made you go, wow, this is awesome. You know, this is a big AAA title. Whereas, you know, Sony have put out so many good games in these past couple of years. It seems like Microsoft, you know, will put out a really decent game every like year, one or 2 games a year, whereas Sony will do like 5, 6, 7, you know. And that's without all of the, you know, the other games that come out on the PlayStation 4 and the Switch now. A lot of Japanese titles are coming out on the Switch, which is pretty good. But for me, Xbox and Microsoft at the moment still have a lot of catching up to do. Now, yeah, it is good that that they have allowed you to get Gears of War 5 if you have the Game Pass, which again, you know, is something Microsoft are doing pretty well with the Game Pass, and you know, putting out like brand new games day one straight into the Game Pass, like Blair Witch and stuff like that. But for me, it just seems like they're putting a lot of time and effort into that, but they're still not putting out these good, you know, exclusive games. I think Blair Witch is an exclusive as well, more so on PC, but everything is these days. But it seems to me like Microsoft just aren't doing enough with their systems and their games to make you go, you know what, we need an Xbox for this system. Yeah, there's multi-platform games. If you've got an Xbox, you can get a multi-platform game. But I'm not on about multi-platform games. I'm on about games that only are on Xbox. You know, you won't be able to get on PlayStation 4. You won't be able to get on Switch. You probably can get it on PC. But you know what I mean? Console exclusive. And Gears of War 5, for me, at the moment, is the only Xbox exclusive that has made me go, you know, if it weren't on the Game Pass, I probably would have brought it, kind of thing. You know, whereas like all these PlayStation 4 games that I've got and come out and I go in, you know, I see all these PlayStation 4 games, go, that's interesting, that looks cool, that looks pretty good, never seen this one before, never seen that one. And then you have the Xbox, it's like, so what's new here? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Yeah, Microsoft's been having a lot of problems with their servers as of late. That's I don't know what's going on with Microsoft at the moment. Even Gears of War is having a bit of trouble with the disconnections. I know it's a new game, but that's something that makes me laugh about. You know, that's one issue that I do have with Gears of War 5 is 90% of the game is online only, and you need to be able to connect to the Gears server. So if the Gears servers are playing up, you can't do anything apart from campaign. Now, Horde Mode has AI soldiers in the game. So if someone leaves, an AI soldier will take their place. But you probably can set it up so you can play it 1 or 2 players with AI soldiers. You probably can do that in custom settings. But Horde Mode will not load up unless you're connected to those Gears servers. And this is what my problem is with games today. Especially when it comes to big multiplayer games like that. Don't get me wrong, Gears of War has an amazing campaign and all this stuff, but these extra modes in the past series, you know, they've had verses and all that good stuff, and you could play them offline. You could. You know, you didn't need to connect to the Gears servers to play them. Yeah, it'd be against bots and things, but you could still play it and experience it. And I'm not just saying this is Xbox, you know, most gaming companies are sort of guilty of this, at least in my opinion, is when you have a game that is online only. So, for example, say Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft, something like that. That's understandable. You know, that's a massive multiplayer online RPG. That's understandable. And then when you have games that have multiplayer in them, but you can play it offline against bots and things, why do you need to connect to the servers in order to do that? And when games come out in these days, the problem is because a lot of people get those games, you know, straight away and want to play them online, servers crash, servers have issues, and things like that. Now, the thing is, sometimes it isn't the game's fault and the company's fault. Sometimes it is, you know, it can't be helped. The amount of people are playing it, sometimes it's going to overload. But then there's other times where, like with Man of Medan, when I was trying to play it on day 1, it just weren't connecting at all. Now, you can't tell me the servers are overloaded because it's a co-op game. It's not, you know, it's not like you're connecting to an online server, you know, with, you know, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20, 100 people. Why release these games that have multiplayer in them, and you know that multiplayer is going to be a big thing, if you haven't fully tested it? Now, again, glitches and things can happen, but it seems to me like a lot of companies want to get their game out as quick as possible instead of leaving it and doing those last minute checks. You know, South Park Fractured But Whole was a fine example of that. You know, that game was pushed back. It was meant to come out in a September, like, 2017, something like that. And then it got pushed into October, then it got pushed into next year, and so forth. And then when it came out, the game was great. It was. There was no issues with the game, what I could tell. Whereas if they would have brought it out on the date that they originally had planned, chances are there would have been some problems. And that's what you need to do, is you need to make sure your game is fully ready. Don't bring it out straight away. You know, if people are waiting for a game and have pre-ordered a game, they can always wait a couple more days, a couple months, you know, just because, you know, it's not like people don't have anything else to play. You know, there's plenty of games out there that you can play in the meantime. What I'm saying is, yeah, you do have a supply and demand to meet, but at the same time, if your game is not ready, don't bring it out. You know, Fallout 76 was a fine example of that, and one of the reasons I still haven't got that game. If it comes out in the Game Pass or something, I might give it a go, and things like that. But it's a fine example of releasing a game that isn't ready. Don't do that. When you're hyping up a game that's meant to be a AAA title and you bring it out and it has all these issues, you've instantly lost a lot of money, because people are going to just return those games straight away. They're going to sell them. They're going to get rid of them. And you're going to lose your money. End of the day. End of story. People aren't going to want to play your game. And therefore, you're not going to get people playing it, because the reputation has already cemented itself as a bad game. Yeah, you can update your game. You know, No Man's Sky is another example of that game. When it first came out, it was meant to be this big thing, and it basically lied to people's face. It wasn't what was promised. Now, No Man's Sky is a completely different game. I still haven't played it myself, but I know it's a completely different game. You've got VR mode, you've got multiplayer, third person, loads of content. Why is it when a game comes out that promises all these things, do we have to wait to maybe a year or two for it to be the game that it was promised to be? You know, like Star Wars Battlefront with EA, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 is another fine example. You know, why do we, you know, yeah, you update it and DLC and all this stuff, but look at other games like The Witcher 3, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. You know, 3 examples of games that come out, and yes, extra content has come out over time, but when the game came out, people were happy with it. It had everything it needed in the game, and anything else that we got in the future was a bonus. That's what you need to do. You need to make sure that when you're releasing your game, don't release it and go, oh, we're just going to give you the rest of the stuff for free later on, and things like that. That's one of the problems I've I don't know. Free DLC and free updates are fine, but what I mean is the base game should be complete, and anything else that you add into the game should be a bonus. It should just expand on the game, make it bigger, make it more accessible. You know, give the people more stuff. Whether you have to pay for it or not is a different story, but don't release a game that isn't everything, that doesn't have enough, you know, stuff inside it to make it feel like a full game. You know, like I said, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Witcher 3, you know, God of War, you know, the Yakuza games for myself, but, you know, whether you like them or not, but these are games that have been released and have so much in them, and the game feels complete. And yeah, there is DLC and extra content, but that's just a bonus. You know what I mean? It's a bonus. You can have the base game and be happy with it. And the DLC and the updates just make it even better. You know, even like Dynasty Warriors 9 was a fine example of that. You know, game come out, it just had nothing in it. And they have updated it over time, but don't release your games unless you know, you have everything that needs to be. And that's something that I feel Gears of War 5 is kind of lacking, in my opinion. It just seems like there's not really that many characters for the Horde and multiplayer. Now, yes, it has changed the style of Horde, with its like character classes, each character has their own abilities and things like that. That's understandable, but look at Gears of War 3, how many characters it had, you know, how many unlockable characters it had, and how many, you know, variants there were. Gears of War 5 just seemed like there's not that many characters in it, at least, especially when it comes to the locust characters. Now, yeah, you can get variants and things. Like I said, I haven't really played much of the multiplayer in Horde, so maybe as you play it, you unlock more stuff. I don't know. It just seems to me at the moment there could have been more in it, and that's the problem. Back in the day when we got games, we got everything in it, and the rest was a bonus. Nowadays, it's like, this is what you're getting, but we're gonna add everything else into the game just a bit later. You know, you're gonna have to wait, and I guess that's sort of smart in some ways for a business point of view, because it makes people wanna keep playing and wait, you know, get the game early. But at the same time, it's like, people are going to get the game, be like, it doesn't have enough for me. I know that in a couple months' time it's going to have more stuff, so I'm going to get rid of the game now, or get it later on when it gets more stuff into it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Gears of War 5 is bad in any way. Like I said, it's pretty awesome. Check it out if you haven't. I'd recommend just getting the Game Pass instead of having to pay 50-60 quid for the game. It's up to you whether you want to do it like that. I just feel like it's easier for me like that, because you get a bunch more games as well. Borderlands 3 is coming out on Friday. I think my mate was gonna get it, but I think we were gonna do game share like always, but I think he's gonna leave it for a while. Don't bother me, I've got plenty to play. Getting that pound cable tomorrow. Doubt it will turn up tomorrow. I'll order it tonight when my money goes in at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Might get it tomorrow, highly doubt it, but when I get it, I'll probably do a bit of a set it up and do a bit of a review on it, let you know how it is. So I'll probably play some PS2 and shit. You know, delve into some classics. I really want to get back into the classics, you know, because that's when games were good, man. You know, gaming today is great, don't get me wrong. We've got amazing looking games and amazing games, but for some reason, going back to the old school, just, I don't know, it's not nostalgia, it's more, these games were awesome. Like, you had everything in the game. Like, why do you think so many people want remakes of these games or remasters of these old games? Because they were so damn bloody good. Like Time Splitters, man. Time Splitters. That game is amazing. They're amazing. People have been asking for remasters since the Xbox 360 days, man. Like, come on. Now, that might happen sooner than we think, but this is what I mean. Why do people ask for remakes of these old games? Because they're so fucking good. Because the new stuff we're getting today is so, you know, if 100 games get released in a month, you know, for example, only like 15 of them will go on to be really, really well-known games and played over the years and years to come. And the rest will sort of just fade and die. Nobody really gives a shit. Back in the day, man, it's like, these games were so fucking awesome, man. I could sit here and talk fucking for ages about all of these fucking games. Why do you think I have like 1,000 PlayStation 2 games, PS1, Wii, all this stuff? Because there's so many games out there. There's so many fucking games out there. Don't feel like you need to have the most updated system, the most recent games, because there's so many good games that came before. It doesn't matter what everyone else is playing. Play for yourself. You know, play whatever you want to fucking play. If you want to play FIFA 06 on PlayStation 2, go ahead. No, don't feel bad because everyone else is talking about FIFA 20. If you like FIFA 06, play FIFA 06. Why am I saying FIFA? Because I don't know, it was the first thing that came to mind. Not that I really like FIFA, but you know what I mean. If you don't, WWE 20. If you don't want WWE 20, play WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Fucking Pain. Because that was a fucking sick game. Yeah, don't sit there and complain about why this new game doesn't meet your expectations and the old one's better. Just go play the old one. Simple as that. God damn, man. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this video here because I'm running out of time, really. I've only got like 5 minutes before my camera cuts out for some reason. That's because I've been playing shit on my phone. I've been playing Dead Trigger too. Actually, pretty decent actually playing FPS games on your phone. Don't work very well on tablets, too big, but on your phone, perfect. I was actually debating on getting a new phone, get a gaming phone. Not that I really play a lot of games on it, but just so I've got something to play. And I will be getting a Switch hopefully sometime in the future because I want Marvel Battle Ultimate Alliance 3 and Smash Bros. And there's a shit ton more games like Astral Chain apparently is amazing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's actually pretty decent to do a video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. What have you been playing lately? Do you like Gears of War 5? Are you getting Borderlands 3? Or are you going to be just sit back and play some good old-fashioned Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Let me know in those comments below. And as always, guys, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And join the family for more updates and things to the channel. Hopefully, we can get some more videos done in the coming months. And hopefully, things will change and we can get some more games. As always, guys, feel free to check out Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Tiger, both on there. I'll be posting updates to the channel on there. When I post my videos, they will go out there live, and of course that's where I'll be posting my link to the streams as always. And of course you might see a couple of pictures of some of the games that I've picked up that may not get shown in some of my pickup videos. And as always, guys, like I always say, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video, which should be the Yakuza 0 review or something new. We shall see. Take care and bye-bye.